How's it going, guys? And welcome to RC Cincy. Today we have the good old, I call it a Ripsaw. I think that's what they're called. This is a product I bought off of Amazon. It was like 69 bucks. I did the unboxing and like the initial thoughts on it, and I ran it a little bit in the house. But I figured it deserves somewhere off-road like this hill. You got rocks, you got a little ramp there, like a dip, like a ramp. You got some rocks and stuff. You got a little trail up further, another hill, some ramp, like kind of a ramp. It's not fast enough, I don't think it's really ramp. It will cause it to bounce around. I did take this lid off yesterday. You have another plug for lights, so you could technically put lights here. You can put lights right here, and you can put lights right here. It only has one plugged in for this light bar. The gearbox is all metal. It has two motors, one for steering, which is very quietly and very smoothly steers. The other one is the powerhouse motor that drives the main system. You can hear the difference between the motors when you're steering and giving it throttle. What else? The doors are cool. I like all the details and stuff on it. Now it's time to bash it. So, press in. Heard the beeps. And we are golden. So he is sniffing or something down there. We got our little doggy with us. So the steering, you can hear the motor. It's very quiet, perfect for steering. And then the drivetrain motor is more powerful. So we're gonna rip it up and down this real quick. So like I said, it says it does 12 kilometers per hour, which is probably correct. But it's very capable. Whoa. Wants to do wheelie. It gets such good traction and wants to do wheelie. See if it does the grass. Oh yeah. I just ran over a tree. You seen that? Like a sapling. Oh! Did you see that? Okay, I'm impressed. That's pretty cool. Ran over another little tree. Hit this tree. Oh, the branch got me and made me flip. Oh. Ramping's gonna be kind of hard to do with that speed and power it has. So we got some folks walking the trail with the doggy, so we're gonna take a quick pause and be respectful, or we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. So this is an extremely steep hill, so I just want to kind of drive it up it. There's roots and stuff, and I may come down and try to drive over some trees as well. That's pretty cool.
Let me zoom in a little.
Spun a track. Let me show you guys. I did spin a track. This is the drive motor. I did spin a track. It was awfully violent for me to do it. You can see the tension is actually pretty good. The tension is caused by this. There's a spring right there. See it? This front part that's metal is also the tensioner, and then it has spring suspension. That's the drive wheel. But this is the main tensioner. See that front one is the main tensioner. I keep the tension on her. And it went back on. It was hard too because I actually got it stuck in the ditch and caught on something that made it come off. It wasn't like it was just from driving, you know what I mean? Here, boo-boo. So, I'll tell you what, guys, this is extremely capable off-road. I was dared to drive across that log right there. I don't know if I want to go into the pit of death yet with it. I've just literally had it for a little bit. Very good suggestion, honey, but
What about this dog?
maybe. I mean, it would have to drive perfectly straight and then slip off of it. I don't know.
Oh, this one. Oh.
So the weight, by the way, why it always wants to roll back on its leg, you ever notice that? Is because the weight of the metal motor is at the bottom side of it, so it always kind of wants to roll over towards the weight. So that's kind of cool. Should be able to climb this hill no problem. Oh yeah, it'll climb. And this is, when I mean steep, I mean it's steep. Extremely steep. This is full speed down it. So this is max speed. It always wants to roll back over on its track. I absolutely love that. That's pretty steep right there. See that how it actually knocked over a bunch of little trees like this stuff. Watch. Like it's pretty capable. Like it'll knock over smaller saplings. Watch. Oh, that's a little big. That's like the just big enough to keep it from knocking. Like this other one right here. Look, this one right here. Watch. Boom, ran it over. Just ran over another one. No. This is kind of cool, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It broke that one off.
It's just black.
So the power is consistent. Let's see if I can. It's not quite enough to get us out. So, oh, that's a lead. So you can see the steering is very precise with that little motor. See that? This is the steering. Very precise with that little motor, and then you can hear the drive motors completely. So it has two motors powering it, plenty of power. So let's find one more other location to rip, and we'll conclude this video. Okay, so we're at another spot. I'm gonna climb this, go over there, drive around through the grass, maybe go through this little valley right here and see how she handles, and then we should be wrapping up the video. Is that right there? I hit it in the angle and it flipped it. It's a little rough over here. honestly, guys, I'm impressed. The only time the track came off is I hit a stick and it caught the stick here, and when it turned, it rode up like this, and it just barely pulled it off like that much. No big deal. This tensioner feels like it's got the right amount to where that's not happened since, and that was just like probably like a freak kind of thing where a stick got in there just at the right time. As far as battery, feels like the same speed as from when I originally had it out. I don't know how long we've been driving it, but I don't notice really I don't really notice a power difference. I'd recommend making sure you pull out any sticks or weeds or anything in there. A little bit of dirt on it ain't gonna hurt. Definitely stay away from the water. I honestly don't believe you should mess with the water. I rolled it a ton of times. It just got a little bit of dirt, but it didn't do any damage. Like a little dirt here, dust, you know what I mean? Like dust, nothing major. It looks to be fine. The tracks are fine. The front bumper's fine. It would have been cool to have these lights in here, but obviously there's a version that has another plug for something. I don't know what it is. At least the plug that's available looks like a power plug, so probably for additional lights and additional things. I was pretty rough on it. I rolled it a few times. I went up hills, down hills. I hit trees, bushes, rolled it, drove it through the grass, drove it on gravel, and it was fun. It's not the fastest, honestly. I wonder if that could be improved with the system. I don't know about the motor, just the way this system works is very, very good. I'm considering maybe changing like the ESCs in here and putting like a different controller receiver in here and using like a different battery, and maybe those ESCs will give these motors a little bit more pep. I don't know, the way it's geared can matter. So there's a lot to look into. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. The easiest thing to take apart in the world: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This lid comes off. Unplug the light. This lid comes off. You got your metal gearbox back here. Got a little board. You got the inside cap, and that's it. So you have tons of room for mods, tons of rooms for all kinds of stuff. You can easily mod this. I just don't know where to begin. That's gonna take time. Plus, I feel like we need to either build a course or go somewhere a lot more rugged than this and really put it through ringer. I wouldn't mind taking it to like a crawling course, as long as it's not too crazy, or somewhere really rough. We'll find other spots for it as well. So this is definitely not gonna be its last video. We're gonna do tons more with this. I need to find a guy to put in there, or I should just drive around the doors open, but I don't want it to get dirty and dusty in there really. So that's why I had the doors closed. I think that's an amazing feature. It looks very realistic to the real Ripsaw thing. I think, like I mentioned before, Kanye West owned one of these. They came out back in like 2008 or something. They were not cheap either when they came out, so that was kind of cool. So that's gonna do it for this one. Oh, this off and on switch. Hadn't had any issues with hitting a bump or something, turning it off. You gotta kind of press it for a second. The controller seems to have good range. I went all the way up that hill. Like I said, battery life is the same speed as I originally. Oh, make sure when you push down, they'll kind of clip in. That way, see that, they won't open. So battery speed and power seems the same as originally. 1200 milliamps probably lasts a little while on this, because that's not that big of a motor. It's not like a brushless motor or something that kills energy, so that's pretty cool. And like I mentioned before, you could fit like cut that little piece in the middle and fit like a shorty pack in here and have some real run time. So far, guys, I like it. So stay tuned. Any suggestions where to take this or what to put this through, like a little torture test, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. And that's gonna do it for this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.